Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the next lesson of French language for beginners. I'm going to present to you in this evening the verbs of the second group. So we're going to talk about the second category of verbs in French language, les verbes du deuxième groupe. Les verbes du deuxième groupe, the verbs of the second group. So they have an infinitive in IR, okay? So this is the mark of the infinitive in that case. So you will recognize these verbs because in the infinitive form they all end in IR. Okay, so let's kind of start. Okay. The conjugation of these verbs is a regular one. It's characterized by the presence of ISS that we also find in other tenses. So this basically is a common ending that is appended to the verbs, and you're going to see in future minutes of this recording in more detail. So let's continue. We're going to talk about the present tense simple of the verbs from the second group, which is formed in an easy way. How do you form the present tense simple of these verbs? Well, you basically just take the infinitive form without the IR ending, and you just add to this infinitive root the following endings: IS, IT for first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural. So let's take some examples. In this way you will understand the best just by example. So even if you didn't understand a thing from what I presented so far, you're going to understand starting now. The verb finir, it means to finish. This is the infinitive form, finir, and as you see it ends in IR. This is the ending of the infinitive form. Let's mark it a bit bigger. Okay, finir, to finish. Je finis, I finish. This is the ending. IS is the ending, and then the second person singular IS is the ending. Again, IT for the third person singular, ISSONS for the first person plural, ISSEZ for the second person plural, and ISSENT for the third person plural. So basically what this amounts up to is the following. When I say je finis, I finish, tu finis, you finish, il finit, he finishes, nous finissons, we finish, vous finissez, you finish, ils finissent, they finish. Notice how the endings are appended on the root fin. And how did you get the root fin? You just took the infinitive form and you subtracted the IR. Just like that, very simple. Okay guys, let's continue further. Choisir, it means to choose. Je choisis, I choose. Tu choisis, you choose. Il choisit, he chooses. Nous choisissons, we choose. Vous choisissez, you, second plural, choose. Ils choisissent, they, masculine, third person plural, choose. Encore une fois, another time. Je choisis, tu choisis, il choisit, nous choisissons, vous choisissez, ils choisissent. Notice the pronunciation. Ils choisissent. Okay, another verb, accomplir, which means to achieve. J'accomplis, tu accomplis, il accomplit, nous accomplissons, vous accomplissez, ils accomplissent. Okay, so very good. J'accomplis, tu accomplis, il accomplit, nous accomplissons, vous accomplissez, ils accomplissent. Very good. Next one, guys. Guérir. It means to improve, actually to recover from an illness, to reestablish one's health from an illness. So, je guéris, tu guéris, il guérit, nous guérissons, vous guérissez, ils guérissent. Very good. Je guéris, tu guéris, il guérit, nous guérissons, vous guérissez, ils guérissent. Okay, next one. Another verb that we're going to tackle, which is of the second group of verbs, is the verb envahir, to invade. Notice how I didn't pronounce the H. It's a mute H. Envahir, envahir, to invade. This is the infinitive form, and you just subtract the IR. You take envach, and you just add IS, as usual, IS, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT, oops, ISSENT, and in this case you're having j'envahis, tu envahis, il envahit, nous envahissons, vous envahissez, ils envahissent, ils envahissent. Notice the S, which is followed by the next word starting letter by a vowel, and you pronounce l'élision. You pronounce ils envahissent. You pronounce this S as a Z because it's followed by this vowel of the next word. Ils envahissent. Okay. Next, vieillir, to grow old, to become old. Vieillir. Je vieillis, tu vieillis, il vieillit, nous vieillissons, vous vieillissez, ils vieillissent. Notice how the double L, you don't actually pronounce it. Je vieillis, tu vieillis, il vieillit, nous vieillissons, vous vieillissez, ils vieillissent. You don't pronounce the double L. Divertir, to entertain. Je divertis, tu divertis, il divertit, nous divertissons, vous divertissez, ils divertissent. Je divertis, tu divertis, il divertit, nous divertissons, vous divertissez, ils divertissent. Another verb, punir, to punish. Je punis, tu punis, il punit, nous punissons, vous punissez, ils punissent. Encore une fois. Je punis, tu punis, il punit, nous punissons, vous punissez, ils punissent. S'enrichir, to grow rich. Je m'enrichis, tu t'enrichis, il s'enrichit, nous nous enrichissons, vous vous enrichissez, ils s'enrichissent. Encore une fois, another time. Je m'enrichis, tu t'enrichis, il s'enrichit, nous nous enrichissons, vous vous enrichissez, ils s'enrichissent. Okay, very good. Now let's start with the next one. Réussir, it means to succeed. Je réussis, tu réussis, il réussit, nous réussissons, vous réussissez, ils réussissent. Notice again the pronunciation. Réussir. Je réussis, tu réussis, il réussit, nous réussissons, vous réussissez, ils réussissent. So you pronounce the U like U, réussissent. Okay. So that concludes the lesson for this evening. It was a lesson about the second group of verbs les verbes du deuxième groupe, the verbs of the second group in French language. And in the next lesson, that's gonna come a bit later this week, I'm gonna release a video about practical usage of this second group verbs. So I will put them into short sentences, maybe even a bit more complex sentences, so that you can learn the vocabulary and you can practice not only grammar but also vocabulary alongside with grammar, because French language, it's not only about the grammar, it's also about how you put grammar into context. You know, you build sentences, you learn new vocabulary, you learn to express yourself, you know. It's this kind of stuff. You will not learn a language if you only memorize some grammar rules. I mean, grammar definitely is important, but you have to also make connections with vocabulary, write words on sticky notes, I don't know, use colored cards, sticky cards onto which you can paste different vocabulary that you learn. I mean, do your own strategies so that you also memorize and learn and be able to reproduce the new vocabulary that you're acquainted with. Okay, so like my video, share it with a friend as usual, and come check out my YouTube channel every week, because I'm posting minimum 2 new lessons every week. Stick with me. Until soon. Bye bye.